Glad we don't have to say all those numbers again.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Too much math.
I like math, personally.
Hmm?
I was good at math. I like it. But I don't like just saying numbers.
Yeah, I was good at math. I mean, I majored in math.
Yeah, I hope you're good at it.
Yeah.
What are you bad at?
Math.
he just
It was my best, though.
just kept trying.
Welcome to 40 Born, the limited Lorcana podcast, where a gaming veteran
And a gaming novice.
explore all things Lorcana. With a focus on limited formats, we cover set reviews, strategy guides, and stuff that nobody asked for.
Sorry, I was thinking about what I was going to say, and I couldn't come up with anything. So,
How about them Timberwolves?
how about them T-Wolves? Game 3?
We're recording this on Friday,
Yes.
so if they win tonight,
Then they play Game 4.
and then if they win that,
Then they go on to the next round.
which is the semifinals,
I don't even know where we're at. It's got to be the semifinals, yeah. It's supposed to be quarterfinals. Maybe it's... Yeah. I don't know.
Saya will know.
Yeah, well.
It was confirmed his name is not Siahmn.
See him.
It's or shaman. It's Saya MN.
Saya from Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesotans can identify each other from a mile away.
It's just like a vibes thing.
Yeah.
I knew in my heart. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this episode
brought to you by Wasteland Gaming. The Wasteland Gaming.
looking to upgrade your game? Look no further than the Wasteland Gaming, located in Duluth, Georgia. They've got all the TCG singles and products that you need to take your game to the next level. You need a card transmutation? Wasteland Gaming is always buying. Their online buy list makes it easy to check prices and make sure you're getting the best deal for you. Whether it's Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh!, they've got you covered. Check them out online at thewastelandgaming.com, and as a special welcome offer, use code WL10 to receive 10% off your first singles order. You can also visit Wasteland Gaming in-store or stop by their booth at the first Lorcana Challenge in Atlanta, Georgia, May 25th and 26th. The Wasteland Gaming, always playing, always buying.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good work. You did good.
go check out their booth.
Yeah, we will.
Support the people that are supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
Full circle.
We
All right.
Animation on the screen, you think? Can you do that?
No.
Okay. Well,
No, I don't know how to do that.
next year.
It will be a Herculean effort just to get this video unedited
Good tie-in.
onto YouTube.
Hercules.
There are no purple Hercules, unfortunately.
Scratch that then.
Well, we're talking about the Amethyst cards,
Yes.
commons and uncommons. If you want to see the Amber episode, go back. If you want to see the Emerald episode, wait till tomorrow. Or if this is in the future,
Go forward.
click next. I don't know how it's going to work in the future.
No.
When somebody's absorbing this information through Neuralink, I don't know how they're going to blink your right eye to go to the next episode. Why don't you tell people the scale?
Oh, they know the scale. But if you don't know the scale, A's are bombs. Amazing cards. You want them. Is that enough? Okay. B's are above average. That's what the B stands for. Above average. C's are average. This is going to be the majority of your deck. Good. Just your solid bread and butter.
Like the pickle.
D's a little bit worse than a C, obviously. Not as good. Maybe usable. And F's you don't want in a deck. You don't want in this deck. You don't want in any deck ever. Get them out of here. We also have our, situational? Is that what you call
Build
it?
around.
Build around. Right. Build around grade, which may come up just on a certain type of deck you may be building. Maybe the grade differs.
Well, we'll go card by card for the commons and the uncommons. If you want to see the rares, check out our Instagram. We'll share some information there about what we think are some of the good ones and some of the bad ones so that you are prepared to win your sealed event this weekend.
Yes.
You ready?
So
We're about to see a lot more Madrigals.
ready. All right. There's a lot of them. Big family.
Big family, good cards.
Yeah.
Some not good, but for the most part, good cards.
Good cards.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sicko mode. All right, up first, we have Antonio Madrigal.
Oh, it's a little tiger.
Yeah. You pay 3 for a 3/4/1. That's it. It's a C.
Yep.
This is great. I
Vanilla.
think a lot of people hear C's and they're like, oh, it's not a good card. You could build a limited deck that just has C's in it and still go 3-0.
You'd be fine.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, Camillo Madrigal. This card is great. So you pay 4 for a 2/5/1. At the start of your turn, you may choose one. Either this character gets +1 lore this turn, or this character gets Challenger +2 this turn. So flexibility is something that we haven't seen a lot of in Lorcana, but I'm excited that we're headed in that direction, and I think this is a really good example of why a flexible card is so helpful. Because when you need to be aggressive and press for lore, you can quest for 2. When you need to be defensive and challenge your opponent's locations or characters, you can give Camillo Challenger 2.
Yeah.
So this is great. This is a B-.
Nice.
Because if this was a 2/5/2, we would give it a C because that's like average.
Yeah.
And then if it was a 2/5/1 with Challenger 2, we'd give it like a C+. But the fact that it can be both means it's like a B- because you can pick which one you need based on where you're at on the start of your turn.
Right on. Yeah.
Big fan of Camillo.
Yeah. Great.
Probably my favorite Madrigal that we've seen so far.
Ooh.
Up next, Dolores Madrigal.
Okay.
This one is going to replace that one as the best one so far.
Here we go.
Easy Listener. You pay 4 for a 3/3/2. When you play this character, if an opponent has an exerted character in play, you may draw a card.
I love that.
Yeah, so this is just a flat B.
Yeah.
Because a 3/3/2 is like a reasonable body. Like it can actually quest and it can actually be meaningful in challenges.
Yes.
But it can draw a card 95% of the time.
Yeah, you're drawing a card.
Yeah. So this is one of those like legendary level commons that is just it's such an easy pick. It's so good.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Dolores, easy B, easy listener. Next. Another excellent Amethyst card, Flotsam. Ursula's baby is in air quotes. So you pay 3 for a 4/2/1. It is uninkable. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand.
Nice.
Your character's name Jetsam gain. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand.
Ooh.
This is really good.
Exciting. I just love the return to your hand. It's so frustrating when you see it come out and it's not yours.
It's great when it's in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bit of that in this in purple in this set, and this is a great example. This is phenomenal and limited because there's not that much removal floating around. So the only way that this isn't going to bounce back to your hand over and over and over is if your opponent uses a removal spell or a removal card to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So it's super good. And the Flotsam and Jetsam are good. And there's now a third target in this format. Because previously it's just been Flotsam and Jetsam. Now there's a version of the card that's both Flotsam and Jetsam.
You stop it right now.
We'll get to that in a second. But this is a B.
Yeah.
This is great.
Cool.
It is uninkable, but we're okay with that. Did we miss any heroes?
No. I've been looking.
He's on it. Okay.
Don't you worry.
Up next, Flotsam and Jetsam, Entangling Eels. You pay 6 for a 5/5/2. So far, we're overpaying, right?
Yeah.
We like the 5/5/2 stat line, but we want to pay 5 for it.
Right.
I'm willing to pay 6, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
No.
It has shift, discard 2 cards. So this is a new thing in the set where there's alternate ways to pay shift costs.
Okay.
So instead of, shifting this on top of a Flotsam, because you can shift this on top of Flotsam or Jetsam.
Yep.
So if I shift this onto a Flotsam in the past, it was like pay 3 and you can shift it. Now you can discard 2 cards and shift it.
Okay.
If you don't hear anything that I say in this episode or in this series, hear this. Do not shift with discard. Do not discard cards so that you can shift.
Ever.
I'm not going to say ever.
Maybe ever.
99% of the time, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because that is not worth it. Because you're really getting rid of 3 cards by shifting this.
Yep.
Because you're playing it on top of a character, so that card basically is gone now. Yep. And you had to discard 2 to do it.
Yikes.
Just pay 6.
Yeah.
So as is, this is a C. Because we're overpaying, but the stat line's good.
Okay.
And then act like the shift ability doesn't exist. Trust me. All right, so we've seen Flotsam and Jetsam, but now we need to see Jetsam.
Yes.
So you pay 3 for a 2/4/1 with Challenger 2, and your character's named Flotsam gain Challenger 2.
Cool.
This is the best iteration of Flotsam and Jetsam that we've seen. So I'm happy to just 3 for a 2/4/1 with Challenger 2
Yeah.
is already phenomenal. But the fact that it gives that to something else is just, it's super, super good. So Jetsam and Flotsam, this is the best version we've seen. Take them both, because if you have both on the board, that means that your Jetsams become 2/4/1 with Challenger 2, and when it dies, it comes back to your hand. And then Flotsam is a 4/2/1 with Challenger 2, and when it dies, it comes back to your hand.
What a pair.
Yeah.
Kind of like us.
What a pair of entangling eels. We are the entangling eels. That podcast name was taken.
Yeah, we tried.
Yep. Luisa Madrigal. You pay 4 for a 4/3/1 with Rush.
Uninkable.
This is great.
Yeah.
Just a B.
Mm-hmm.
Rush is always good and limited, and if she survives, then she can quest for 1.
Yep.
This is excellent, even though it's uninkable. This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So this is just a straight up B for Luisa Madrigal.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like as close as we're going to get to decent. Well, this is one of the cards that's as close as we're going to get to decent removal in the format.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have to rely on Rush to do some of our removal for us.
Yes.
So, Luisa.
Good character, good card.
And the song, unfortunately, they did not really represent her song super well.
Wow.
Yeah,
and it's
not that
like
good.
the best.
It is the best.
Jeez.
So, we're not going to get to that yet. We'll get to that when we get to Steel.
Okay.
See you on Friday. Magic Broom, Illuminary Keeper.
All right.
You pay 1 for a 1/2/1. Whenever you play another character, you may banish this character to draw a card.
Okay.
So this is a 1-drop that replaces itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it at a C+, because in general, I don't really love 1-drops. You know, in general, I'll play a few in my deck. But this one, if I draw it late in the game, it can replace itself. Like, I can play it, and the next turn I can quest, play a character, and then get rid of this, and it draws a card.
Yep.
So it's
late game draws. Nice.
Yeah, it's not as punishing if you draw this after. I mean, honestly, after turn 1.
Yeah.
So C+.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some good broom synergy. Like, there are some broom
good
payoffs
broom synergy.
that actually matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so up next is Magical Maid. You pay 2 for a 2/2 that quests for 2, and that's it.
Okay.
It's a C.
Yeah. Perfect.
Next, Marshmallow.
Sick.
It's not that good. You pay 3 for a 0/3/1. It's uninkable.
Okay.
This character gets +1 strength for each card in your hand. We're not very good at having a bunch of cards in our hand in limited, so this is almost always going to be understated.
What a shame, though.
For this to have the appropriate stats, you would need to have 4 cards in hand.
Yeah, it just looks cool, though, you know?
It does look cool.
But we won't see it.
Looks cool, but not useful.
No. Like me.
Up next, Pico de Gallo.
Okay.
You pay 2 for a 3/2/1. That's it.
Okay. Wow, we're gonna be through this in
It's
no
a C.
time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with vanillas. They're not particularly exciting, but if you give me a bunch of vanillas and a bunch of cool cards, I'm gonna have a good time.
Right.
Up next, Tick-Tock on the clock. DJ, turn my speakers up. You pay 6 for a 4/7/1 with Evasive.
Nice.
So I have this at a C+. Normally, anything with Evasive, it gets a B.
Yeah.
Automatically, a B-. The problem with this, though, is that it's kind of expensive, but it only quests for 1.
Yeah.
This is really good at taking out my opponent's evasives.
Okay.
So this is good at, like, controlling the evasive part of the board.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, C+. But it's just, I really want, if I'm paying 6 for an evasive, I want it to be questing for, like, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I have Tick-Tock at a C+. Still good.
Yeah.
And then up next we have Ursula Mad Sea Witch.
Ooh.
You pay 2 for a 1/3/1 with Challenger 2. So this is good. This is a C+.
Yeah.
Challenger's good and limited. Having access to a 3/3 on turn 2 is excellente.
Yeah.
So
She is a villain.
she is a villain.
Worth noting.
Also, if you look at the art in the cards, like if you look at the art in the Ursula cards, somebody pointed this out online. It seems like there's two versions of Ursula that are fighting each other. So we don't really know what's going on with the story, but that's kind of cool.
Okay.
That there's some Ursula v Ursula action.
Right.
Somebody smarter than me can explain what that is, but up next, Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Man, I hope this is good. It looks so cool.
It's a song.
Oh.
You pay 2. It is inkable.
There it is.
So you pay 2.
Yep.
Return chosen character, item, or location with cost 2 or less to their player's hand. So this is a D+.
Yeah.
The only thing keeping this thing in the playable range is that it's an inkable song. But with every action that you play in Limited, you need to ask yourself, is this worth a card?
Yeah.
And the answer here is no.
No.
It is disruptive, yes. But we prefer for our disruptive cards to also be attached to a character or draw a card.
Yeah.
So if this drew a card or if this was an ability on any character, then it would be ranked higher.
Mm-hmm.
But it's neither of those things, so
No.
it's a D+. Poor Unfortunate Souls. So that's that. Up next, Swing into Action. You pay 1, chosen character gains rush this turn. This is a D-.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good way to 2-for-1 yourself. But this is not an F just because every once in a while this will be useful.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're willing to 2-for-1 yourself to take out something that's particularly annoying on your opponent's side. So it's like fine to have it, but it's not a good card. Like you are signing up to lose value.
Yeah, and we don't like that.
Nah, we don't like that at all.
Mm-mm.
All right, up next, Ursula's Plan. See, there's 2 Ursulas.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. So you pay... Oh, one of them has a green and a purple streak in there.
Yeah, she's like fun Aunt Ursula.
Yeah, cool Aunt Ursula,
Yeah.
and then creepy...
Like mad
Yeah.
Ursula.
Like angry or crazy?
Yeah. Crazy.
Maybe
Crazy
both.
mad.
Well, their plan is... What do I have this at? Oh, an F. So you pay 3 for an action. It is uninkable. Each opponent chooses and exerts one of their characters. Those characters cannot ready at the start of their next turn. This is not what we want to do in Limited. I don't even think this is what we want to do in Constructed. And maybe it's something that you would be interested in doing in multiplayer. I'm not sure, but this is a F.
Yeah.
No bueno.
No.
Because they get to pick, and it's
Yeah.
uninkable, and it just doesn't ready for a turn. It's
Like,
just...
what did I spend all that to do? Yeah. Get it out of here.
Come
Can't
on,
look at
Ryan.
it.
Are you trying to trick us, Ryan? All right, up next, Rose Lantern.
All right.
I feel like I missed a card somewhere. We'll go back over it.
Okay.
Rose Lantern. It's an item. You pay 2. It has an ability called Mystical Petals. You can exert it and pay 2 to move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. So this is interesting. I like moving damage around because it is a good way to heal your stuff and hurt your opponent's stuff. It can work as like a pseudo removal type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also move it between your opponent's characters. So if one of them, you can just do that to take something out.
Yeah.
I like that this is like a way to use your ink each turn. Like later in the games in Lorcana Limited, a lot of times we don't have a way to spend all of our ink each turn.
Yeah.
This is a good outlet.
Yeah.
So this isn't something that you play on turn 2 and activate on turn 3.
Sorry.
Breaking my desk. So this is a C+. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a little expensive. Like if you try to play it on curve, don't do that. Play it later in the game and just activate it each turn, and you get a little bit of value over time.
Right.
And I think over the course of a couple of turns, you'll get your money's worth.
Yeah.
I think C+. Up next, Triton's Trident. Triton's Trident. You pay 2 for an item. Banish this item. Chosen character gets +1 strength this turn for each card in your hand. This is F.
Yeah.
Do you want to 2-for-1 yourself?
Sure don't.
Okay, well then don't play this. Because that's what you're doing. Like you only use this to buff something up a bunch and then throw it into something.
Yeah.
If you trade this and your 1-drop for your opponent's 5-drop or whatever, that's not a good exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Ink-wise, maybe. But card-wise, you've now spent 2 cards to take out one of your opponent's cards.
Yeah.
It's a no from me. And it's very disappointing because I thought the Triton's Trident was going to be really cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It does look cool. It's a cool-looking item.
Yeah. Shocking,
card.
honestly.
What's shocking is how bad this next card is. Casa Madrigal. So you pay 1 for a location. It Costs 1 to move there.
Yep.
It has 6 willpower. At the start of your turn, if you have a character here, gain 1 lore.
Okay.
So this is a worse version of the one-drop locations from Inklands, and
Yeah.
I didn't like those either.
Yeah, no.
I have this at a F, but that might be extreme. It's probably like a D- or a D.
Okay.
But like, this is just,
It's not.
what are you doing? Like, this doesn't impact the board at all.
No.
And if you're behind,
Yeah,
this
you're
card
not.
might as well be blank.
Right.
So, let me look at this. I think I missed a card somewhere.
Oh.
All right, so let's go back and find this magic broom. Magic broom. Magic broom. Okay, so magic broom, life-filled sweeper. You pay 3 for a 2/4 that quests for 1, and that's it. So this is a C- because we normally would get 7 body points for 3 ink,
Yeah.
but we only get 6. So this is worse than a vanilla. It's a C-.
A lot of tough cards in this this color.
Well, there's some really, really good cards. Like some of the best cards at the common and uncommon level. Like Luisa's incredible.
Right.
And then the Flotsam and Jetsam package is insane.
I guess they balance.
But then you get some real duds towards the end.
Yeah.
But that's how it always is with
Yeah.
locations and mediocre actions. Like
Yes.
it's just
It happens.
it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well that's all the Amethyst cards.
Wow. What a short episode.
Which one do you like better, yellow or purple so far?
Yellow made me feel better.
Hmm.
But just off feels.
It's a good word, brother.
But I really like Flotsam and Jetsam.
Yeah, I do as well. I think they're going to be really, really good in this format. There's some damage counter moving stuff that happens with some of the rares and stuff in this format that I
Yeah.
think is good. But as far as noteworthy themes in yellow and purple, just the Madrigals so far. And most of the payoffs that care about Madrigals are in the rare and higher slot. So
Yes.
they're good, but there's not a whole lot of synergy floating around just at this level.
Not a lot of heroes here either.
No, a lot of allies, lots of villains, but the purple cards are usually villains.
Right.
So we did it. If you want to see what we think about the rares, go check out our Instagram, 40.born.
Yep.
You can join our Discord where we talk about these. If you want to share your opinions about how we're right or wrong, feel free to hop in the comments below. We won't read them, but if you want to complain where we will read it, go join our Discord.
Yeah.
And we talk about Lorcana, we talk about Limited, we talk about our pets, we talk about hot dogs.
Lots of hot dog talk lately.
Yeah.
I've been all about it.
Yeah, it's your most meaningful contribution to the Discord.
Well.
That's that.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's Emerald.
Yes. I'm excited for Emerald.
Let's go green, baby.
Nice.